Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Work.
The work
Landy. Landa.
Of the work and joy.
Of the
The
work.
London work and joy.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, action. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Land of Work and Joy podcast. I'm your host, Mr. K, my co-host, Blessed, and Saint.
One time.
Yeah, and today we have a mystery guest.
Oh, yeah.
He can't appear on camera. He's wanted by the CIA. The only man John Wick fears. The only man to ever scam Hash Puppy.
Oh, man.
It's bad.
Amuna achova njinga no chain.
CV Akurazo.
AKA the voice, the mystery voice.
The voice, yeah. I'm the mystery voice, yeah.
AKA brother James Bond 008.
008.
Yeah, so we have our contributor there, Mr. 008, the mystery voice.
Thank
You
you.
know, he'll
Thank
be
you.
contributing to our topic. Hopefully, he'll come back on a few more episodes. He's got some very informative points.
Which one is it? 008 or 7?
It's
No, 7 is James Bond, but
Oh, so he's 008.
Dear brother was
It's
James
the enhanced
Bond.
version.
It's the enhanced version.
version of James Bond.
The only
we
man
got
to
you, man.
enhance.
What? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so let's get into today's episode, Jeds. I'm sure we also we had the Ghanaian president
Yeah,
come through last week on a diplomatic visit.
of course.
Yeah, but his visit caused quite a stir on social media. You know, there was a particular outfit he rocked up in.
Fresh out.
And some of our cheeky social media warriors were there saying, hey, I've had a blouse. It looks like a blouse, you know?
Oh,
Tiny
no.
blouse.
Yeah, so what the Ghanaian president, President John Mahama, was wearing is called a fugu. Okay? Do any of you know anything about the fugu? Had you seen it prior to the
I thought I had
Ghanaian
seen something
president
like a
coming through?
fugu, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But I kind of been seeing quite a few people. I feel like on the Ghanaian television. Maybe I've seen it. That's what I was saying. I think I've seen it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
so
you just didn't know what
Yeah,
the
I just
name
didn't know
was.
that it was that.
Okay.
I think with me, it was my first time.
First time, eh?
It was my first time. Seeing the brows.
You also thinking it's a blouse.
The top. Yachanakazi top.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when I checked him out, like I with the president,
Yeah.
I don't know how. For me, it was just like it's a normal thing. like
Okay,
that.
okay.
First thing, because the first thing when I saw him, I was not like, "What's that he's wearing?"
Yeah.
No. So I don't know. Maybe that's like familiar with me. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like, I think these days now we start a fashion these days.
true,
yeah?
true.
Okay.
Manje.
So now the second I was like, oh, why that none kind of on a
Yeah.
state visit like that?
Yeah.
And now you say, oh, okay, maybe it's
Yeah.
he's promoting that.
No, I've seen a fugu before.
Okay.
I had a friend in college,
Yes.
and he did wear that.
Okay. He was Ghanaian?
I guess he's Ghanaian.
Okay, cool.
Harold's Ghanaian.
Okay.
Yes. But I just thought like it's like an off. Maybe I thought like maybe he got this from his sister.
What the hell?
Said, man, hey man, why you wearing your sister's gear, man?
Didn't you ever think to ask him like, yo, what's
No.
up with
You,
your-
you know, for me, I rarely judge. I always just like absorb. You know,
okay,
it's like
to
the way
each his own.
it's
Yeah.
like the way Saint is saying. Like the first thing, like you saw the president.
Yeah.
He didn't go out like, what is he wearing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
what are you doing? What is he
You know, and I think that's how we are as Zambians. I think we're a mixed bag. Eh? There's those of us who are a bit more conservative.
Yeah.
Then there's always that chap who always just be like, what is that? The one who's got no filter.
There's no filter. Yes.
Like it's raw.
No, you know,
Whatever
it's true.
comes
I bet you the
Mm.
when, because I think that was on the Ministry of Information page.
Yeah.
When the video came up, I bet you it's the first person that commented. It's like, number our president of what blouse.
Yeah.
and then from there it was a string like, yo, it's
Yeah.
a blouse like
That's
this
when there's a
guy.
barrage
So
now,
everything now just becomes like a whole different scenario. Like, wow, and well, that's the ignorance there. But
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I didn't know about it until like I just saw the excitement online, you know, people commenting, and I saw the Ghanaians responding, and it was just like, what's going on, you know? When I saw the outfit, I was like, okay, I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, because I do try and expose myself to a bit more information rather than sticking to our local, cultural identities and the like. So I didn't think much of it.
No, okay.
But it was just exciting to watch the back and forth.
Like the whole back and forth with the
Ghanaians. Yeah. But anyway, just to enlighten some of our viewers who might still be ignorant about the particular dress. The particular
of course.
attire.
Dress, but
I was gonna say the particular dressing style.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
About the particular attire. So a fugu or batakari is a traditional outfit from northern Ghana that has evolved into a widely recognized national Ghanaian attire. Okay. While it originates from northern tribes like the Dagomba, Mamprusi, to mention a few, it is worn across the country for formal, cultural, and official events, symbolizing national pride and heritage. Yeah. So it's an attire that is worn on official occasions, cultural, and formal events. It's originally from northern Ghana, but it's been widely adopted as a national attire. Okay. So that is the particular attire President John Mahama wore when he came through to Zambia on his diplomatic mission.
Okay.
Yeah. So that he came for a formal arrangement, but since it's a formal outfit in Ghana as well, he felt he should wear that also.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, like, fugu is just like a top thingy, a top.
Just that particular top item he wore.
Talk about Fia Punch.
I saw online there was like some pants which like in a few pictures I saw some people wearing with it. But I don't know what the pants are called. Maybe they have a specific name, but I'm not sure what the name of those pants are.
Because the thing like the fugu is the full attire.
No.
From top to...
No, the fugu is that top.
Just the top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is the fugu. Yeah, but what are your thoughts on the reactions by the Ghanaians and the Zambians?
I thought they took it too far.
Who's that, the Zambians?
Like the Ghanaians. Nah, the Ghanaians took it too far. We were playing.
Okay.
There, you know? The Zambians were just like, they're trying to poke them and stuff like, yeah, this is the best. But then they took it too far. No, you foolish country. Like people, uncultured people have never seen the whole Africa. I've traveled Africa. Foolish. I wouldn't want to be in that country.
Oh,
I was like, hey,
dog.
yeah, Fuku. Yeah, Fuku. Tamseka kumyenu. Hey, bruh.
True.
That was crazy.
They went in all out, but eventually, stabilized.
Blessed.
I think they took it too far, reaching an extent. Like, yeah, look at your president. He's putting on a suit. It's a colonial thing and everything like that. There's everything. If you look at everything, these are just borrowed things. Not that these are borrowed things. So, hey, what if send a peso, no? But as in for me, that was my first time seeing fugu. So when I saw that, I was like, abamdala niyabuka nje nemavara inyamene olabapanga mistake batenga yawa madam. I was like,
Hey,
this is one of the guys who was commenting.
He commented.
no, I did comment.
It's safe to say
It's safe to say.
one of them. It's one of them.
We need to check those accounts he has on his phone.
Is this stop for the first lady? Oh, but that was me. Yeah, looking at it, it was a state visit. I was looking forward to seeing him in a suit and everything like that. But yeah, I've learned. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. The voice?
Yeah, the reaction was too serious. I think for our Ghanaian counterparts were very, very serious about it. Like the Zambians were a bit, I think we are like lighthearted. Everything we like see a joke in it. And then until it becomes serious and like, hold on, like, okay.
Yeah.
Even if you look at the way the comments came up, most of the Zambians were really like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, why are you taking it to that level? Because some of the jabs from the Ghanaian people were very, very in your face.
Yeah.
They became personal.
Yeah.
They linked, like they bridged the gap from the fugu, the discussion being about the fugu. To now the president's what's that commissioning of the toilet.
Oh yeah.
No, why should we do that? This country, this and that, like very personal things
about poverty rates as well.
Yes,
like they're so poor in the country. One content creator is like, this rubbish country now. I can buy it.
You can buy it. Yes, it got on a personal level. Yeah. And I think I think the whole thing was, anyway, it did draw attention. But I mean, the upside of it was the fact that it drew attention. Everybody just jumped in now. It's like, hey, what's this now? Even the people that didn't know about Fugu, just right in there, like,
Yeah.
You know, I think you're right. I think the Ghanaians took it a bit too seriously initially. They didn't understand. You know, in Zambia we have a culture of banter. You know, we joke with our tribal cousins.
Yeah.
And we know how to make light of a moment, you know. So not every time you should take yourself seriously, but there are sometimes when certain situations present themselves, you can have a light moment, and us as Zambians are quite good at that. But I think the Ghanaians were a bit too serious.
Too serious.
I think also from my position, I think the Ghanaians, I think the thing is they come from a very rich culture.
Yeah.
You know, this is something, if you read more about their country and their history, you find that they've got a rich culture or history. You know, so it's something that they're quite proud of.
Yes.
So they're proud people, if you could say that.
Yes.
So
true.
to hear somebody calling one of their traditional attires like a blouse, I think it kind of hit their ego somewhere. Like, hey, what's that? You know. But hey, homies, it was a light moment. You know, we also have our cultures and traditions here, and part of our tradition, like I said earlier, is, you know, we joke a bit with people we're trying to get familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, how do you become familiar with somebody and it's so serious? Light in the moment a bit. So that's part of it. But I think as time went on, most of the Ghanaians started to catch on and get it like, oh, okay, this is also a cultural thing that Zambia does.
True.
They have this banter and that type of thing.
Yeah.
There are a few people who were still like hardcore. They were writing all these things and whatnot. But all in all, I think, you know, it was a good exchange. Like 008 said, it was a good exchange because, you know, we were both kind of ignorant on our cultures.
Yeah.
The Ghanaians
Pretty
equally didn't know as much about Zambia.
Yeah.
The Zambians equally didn't know as much about
I
Ghanaians.
mean, they took a jab at the Siziva.
Oh yeah.
Men in dresses. So I
Yes.
mean, come on. So sometimes it's also understanding where some of these designs come from. So I said, I read through where the Fugu is inspired, or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
You know, like the history is a bit shady.
Yeah, it's a bit
You don't
shady.
know who started it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, everybody borrows from everybody.
Yeah.
So if one of these Ghanaian designers was explaining how the Fugu came up, it's like no tunic style.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I said, what the hell is tunic style? And then when you research and you try and find out about that stuff, it's kind of like in the Shakespearean time, like Shakespeare's time. You know, that age. That's where they were dressed up in those
definitely
things.
did those type of
So
things.
these guys have maintained. Remember, like you said, the Ghanaians are culturally rich.
Yes.
So they've maintained that thing. Whereas over here, we were too modern, I suppose.
Yeah.
Zambia is a blend of everything, you know.
I think also there are certain underlying issues. Like there are certain issues that become apparent. I think us Zambians are a bit too modern, say, or westernized. Yeah, because a lot of us expect certain things like formal settings to be in suits and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think for most of our leaders, with the exception of, you know, the first administration or the government that fought for independence, like haven't done much in terms of boosting culture and our identity.
Yeah.
Most of them is business as usual because, you know, we do have other presidents, they come in and whatnot. Our presidents go elsewhere. It's all just business. It's all just suits. So there isn't much being done to inform people and, you know, strengthen our identity and also let us know that, no, these things are, it's not a one size fits all. It's not a must that somebody should come for an official appointment in a suit. Or rather, a suit is not the only formal dress you can wear. Yeah. I know, like, Simon Kapwepo actually did quite a lot in terms of our cultural identity. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's the one who actually even named Zambia.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. So he had a lot to do with the cultural dress as well. I think you've seen those images of KK and him where they're wearing the chitenges over the shirts and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know what happened to that dress, eh?
Yeah.
Or that particular dressing style. Like what happened to that? Like
I think it's
to say like what I was saying, like it's just quiet. No one talks about those outfits.
Yeah.
no.
Like
It's,
where
it's,
did they come from? Why has nobody else embraced that?
yes.
Why don't we see it regularly in our society?
You know, speaking of that, like when you talk about culture and that, you've seen that man who the chain,
Yes.
That man is around.
No, I think Zankompundu passed away.
but not very long ago.
Not long ago. I think a few years back, maybe three or four. I'm not
So I
mistaken.
was like, that guy is still around, and then he's paparan.
Yeah,
Then because he's
Zankompundu, he was
everywhere,
quite
like
an old
that's-
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's stories behind that. Like I think as Zambians, we need to do more to learn more about our culture.
On the wrap that Simon used to wear. Simon Masakapo. I think it's also just that thing where Zambians have got this thing. Suit. If you look very carefully at these photos, they morph from the wrap to the safari suit.
The safari suit, yeah. Or
Which
the Kaunya suit.
we ended up borrowing that, and over time that morphed into some different design.
Yeah.
But like you said, there we've got this modern take. Like, no, what's new is better.
Yes.
If you
And
notice,
old.
Or what's
that-
white is better.
yes, you can go that far.
What's white?
But speaking on Zambians laughing at
The Fugu.
the Fugu, it's like the way the Scots imagine the English approaching the Scots and finding the Scots in the kilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, why are you in dresses? But at the end of the day, it just balances it out.
Yeah, it balances it out.
Yeah.
And why in dresses?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So all in all, what do you think has come out of the President John Mahama's visit and the Fugu issue? Is it a positive thing or a negative thing? So to say.
I think it's a positive thing. It's a positive thing. The first thing is that did I foot visit yeah? Like it's brought about that we can now travel to visa-free countries now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really need a visa to travel to that country and vice versa.
Okay.
So I think it's a good thing, and I think from their side also, they're also like, oh wow. You see memes, even them that side on Ghanaian pages saying that, oh, when I'm in Zambia doing what, like it's a meme saying that when I'm in Zambia I will do this.
Yeah.
So people are looking forward to also come here as much as we are also looking forward to go there. So it's a good exchange.
Yeah.
Definitely.
True. Blessed.
I think it's a good extent the fact that I think even them they didn't have the idea of certain things, certain attires or traditional attires. So because of what happened, I think a number of them they've taken interest to research.
Yeah.
So even Zambia they put on some armor skins, the sisiwa,
Yeah,
other
yes,
stuff
yes.
So I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the positive is that it's got people talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're essentially talking. Zambia's relation with Ghana is quite old.
Yeah.
But I think this is like a rejuvenated version of that. Ignorance has disappeared.
Yes.
There were people going in the negatives and saying all
Yeah.
these personal things, but all in all, I think just the fact that we've started talking in those senses, not that we've never been talking, but it's there. And then the other thing, like he expressed to say, yes, the fact that now it's visa free,
Yes.
you can now get on these flights and go get yourself fugus.
Yeah.
Get a Fugu, man.
they
So
can
like
also
this-
come here and buy Sisivas,
Yeah,
the
true,
Ngoni
true.
attire.
Yeah, the Ngoni attire, yeah.
I did the Bemba attire.
Now we need to enhance it.
Avemba Vija.
We need to enhance it.
We need
Yeah.
Kenyans.
Members, Avemba, you need to enhance your
It
attire.
needs enhancement, that one. But then we will support it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of issues that have come out of it. I think I like that he came through like that, the Ghanaian president, because he's got us talking.
Yeah.
We've become more interested in our cultures, and we are learning about Ghana, but we're also learning about ourselves as
Yeah.
Zambians
True.
because for us to perceive his outfit like that, it means there's a certain frame of mind we're coming from. We're not used to having
that,
traditional attire being front and center. So there's a lot to learn about our cultures and a lot to improve on as well. You know, we need to, because Zambia didn't have a national dress as per se.
Yeah.
We do have tribal dressings from different tribes, like the Siziba, there's the Ngoni attire, there's the Bemba attire, but we don't have one attire that we can all attribute to and say, okay, this is a Zambian attire.
Yeah.
And I think it's time we start, putting into place those things that define us as Zambians, not our individual tribes, but as Zambians, as Zambians, because I think that will help us, it will also create a stronger sense of unity, but also it boosts that national pride and culture.
True.
And I think not much is being done in terms of cultural identity and those type of things in relation to governance.
I think the other issue with that, when you talk about cultural identity,
Yes.
you should also understand where like there's 70 plus tribes. You understand? Now the issue here is I think everybody wants to be noticed. So if we pick one specific one, maybe it would work. Yeah, it would work. But hey,
You pick one from the 72.
yeah, well, not just one specific from the 72. I think, like he says, what is it to be Zambian though?
Yeah, we need to start defining that. But I think that can be defined. And even when you talk about the outfit, you see the thing that most people don't realize about culture. People think culture and tradition is just something fixed and it doesn't move. It has to come from the ancient times.
No.
But even these same customs and traditions you're following, at one point they did not exist.
Yeah.
Somebody had to put them into place for them to
That's
work.
right.
So culture is dynamic, Culture doesn't mean like you can't come up with new things. It's just simply changing the way you do things, how you carry yourselves, how you eat, how you dress.
Yeah.
We could all decide today and say, okay, on the podcast from now on, we'll be wearing red and black t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's our culture of the podcast. You get it. We've set the tone. So even when it comes to the national dress, the same way, like it was saying, some of these attires we wear are borrowed.
They're borrowed,
Say the Siziba.
Yeah.
Or the Lozi attire.
Yeah.
The Lozi traditional attire now.
Yeah.
That was borrowed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was borrowed when the Litunga traveled to the United Kingdom.
That's right.
He saw how the people were dressed there and type of thing. I think he got that, and you put your own spin to it, of course.
Yeah, which they've actually made. Now that's the culture for them.
They've actually made the culture for them.
Yeah,
but prior to that didn't exist. He decided, okay, we're going to be dressing like that from now on.
Yeah.
So sorry. In the United Kingdom, is the Scottish people?
Yeah.
The Scots wear the kilt.
Yes. Yeah. So you have that situation. So even with the national dress, all it simply means is, you have a lot of people who do fashion and design.
Yeah.
That's what those people are there for.
That's right.
Get some Zambians who do fashion and design. Give them that thing. It's say, okay, we need a national attire that can represent all of us. But so that's about the national outfit and identity. Those things can be done.
Yeah.
You get professionals who are trained in those particular things too. You start developing the culture.
But just to add on what 008 said, I think we have the problem where, like, if you look at the way it is right now, if there's a Komboka, let's say the Nc'wala, the Likumbiri, Amizi, like all these tribes, they want to be recognized. Like, okay, Fetiriko, it's us, the Ngonis, like we do it like this. Even when there's Komboka, us, it's like that. I don't know. Do the Tongas have an attire and everything?
I think again, when you see, even when you say it's 72 tribes, I think it's a bit tricky. That's what makes it a bit tricky. I think there's the main tribes, then there's offshoots.
Yes, offshoots, yes.
Okay, so the main tribes are not necessarily 17. There's the root tribe where everything kind of derives from, they have similarities.
Yeah.
So you can kind of bunch them up into like one grouping, sort of to say. So now, when you say like, do the Tongas have something? I'm not sure if the Tongas themselves have something, but I saw a ceremony from Southern
Yeah,
Province
there is a
where
ceremony,
they
but
had
I
this-
don't know
It
if
was a very nice dressing they had there, But I don't know what particular tribe that was and
The name of the
the name of the group. Yeah, but you see, even with that, that's not an issue. What I'm saying is, even when you have the individual tribes, of course, they want to be able to showcase their culture and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that should be taken away.
so now much problem here like there's this I saw my wafuna tikazivala mongani mangoni like who are they?
No, but Kai, that's
So
what
they
I'm saying.
think like they are better than us.
No,
No.
but that's what I'm saying.
There's that in Zambia.
No,
You agree with
no,
me?
definitely there's that. But you see, that doesn't solve anything. The solution to that is come up with something new.
Yeah. So just like you mentioned,
Yeah.
like similarities.
Yeah,
There should be
similarities.
similarities in all these tribes.
They
So
sh-
you come
yeah.
up with one.
You come up with
That
one,
can represent
something different
everyone.
that just represents everyone.
And then everyone should
Not
agree.
that you go to a region and pick from there or from there.
Yeah.
That's going to be very difficult.
It's going to be
because,
very
like you
difficult.
said,
Yes.
already certain like tribes already in themselves feel like
Being
it's
sidelined.
yeah, like why are they picking that over us?
Yeah.
You have that issue, but
Yeah.
get people to create something new. You don't have to always just wear the same bloody thing and whatnot.
No,
Yeah.
True.
But what things or steps do you think can be taken to help improve, like, our cultural identity?
I feel we should start from the base, like our integration into the education system. Because it's usually from the young one. As adults, we've got to think you are stuck in your ways.
Yeah.
But I think as from a child stage, like
Yes.
right there, oh, baby boy, this is like, you remember we've had a discussion way back where you were saying that there's certain parents who feel like they shouldn't teach their kids the local language.
Oh yes,
And
yes.
they'd rather it's English.
It's English.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just like that. So to make the kids learn, you've started it from zero.
Yeah.
This kid is probably 3 or 4. You tell them what it is. By the time they reach the 16, they understand why they're doing that.
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
that's
yes.
how you integrate it into the system. You started from the young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, adults were stuck in our ways.
True.
You know the saying. You know the saying. It takes. The saying goes, "Old dogs.
You can't teach
You
an
can't.
old dog
Yes,
new
you can't
tricks.
teach an old dog new tricks." But not that we're rigid. No,
Yeah.
we can actually.
But it's just a
conform.
bit more difficult. Yeah.
Yes. So I think we start from there.
Kind of agree with what he said. Starting just from inception, there when they just in school,
Yeah.
inception, like you introduce them to tradition and customs.
Yes.
I think this is a call to parents.
Yeah.
Like, let's teach our kids tradition, because I think right now the problem that we have is that parents will be like,
So just put the mic a bit down.
it's all about English in the house. You find that
Yeah.
they are Bemba, but the kids in the house don't know
The
how
kids
to
can
speak Bemba.
only speak English.
Yeah, like they're Bemba, they've never been to the Northern Province.
Yeah.
They're Nc'wala, they've never been to the Eastern Province. They'll be like, they're wizards, probably they'll witch you, and this kind of thing. So
True.
me, my uncle used to be a wizard and everything, a witch. So take today, so
Yeah.
that's the problem that we
Yes,
have right
disconnection,
now. So
yes.
we just need to start from the inception.
Yes.
Let's introduce our kids to our tradition and custom.
Yeah. And that's real, eh? The thing about language.
Yeah.
I think there's certain parents who actually think that if their kids learn the local language first, they won't learn to speak English with a nice accent.
Oh yeah.
Hello, mommy. Where are the biscuits? There are those foolish notions where people think, like a child sounds smarter and they speak English.
Yes.
Oh, quite no, but change the sound and say hi to the people. Oh, hello. It's just foolishness because if we like, I'll take me for an example.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household where I spoke Bemba growing up.
Yeah.
Bemba is one of our local tribes here in Zambia. I grew up speaking Bemba, and when I went outside to play, I would speak Nyanja with my friends. So I grew up speaking those languages.
Yeah.
English came, it was there, But Bemba was also always there. Nyanja was. These are languages that are always just there in my
Yeah.
environment. You could not know them.
Nah.
Yeah.
if I could put it that way.
Not know them? No.
Yeah, it was a function of the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So you're growing up in the neighborhood, you are speaking these languages. In your house, you're speaking that language. When you go to school, you speak English. You know, and here we are, we speak English. I speak it well. I got a 1 in English. So that whole nonsense.
Bragging.
One villa.
So that
No,
whole
I know.
nonsense of no, if a child, you think where the child needs to speak English because they won't learn. No. Sungutachashupa. That's an easy language.
Yeah.
You know, teach your children their local language. It's not like the voice they said, the mystery voice.
The voice.
You know, he said, teach your children. It should start from home.
Yeah.
You know, teach them your culture. Then from there, we can probably take it now to an institutional level where it goes to the educational stage where there are certain like lessons or cultural
Courses and modules.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
You should have
Even
that.
courses.
You know, speaking on courses,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the way, I mean, why was it so easy
Mm-hmm.
for our state to integrate Chinese learning and culture at UNZA?
Yeah.
Why can't you also have
Yeah, Zambian culture.
Zambian
Yeah,
culture?
something like
Yeah,
that.
That
you
way,
know?
if you embrace that whole thing, then I mean
Yeah.
everyone will like, oh, this is what you do.
Yes, and you see, our friends are very good at that.
Yes.
Them, they will push their culture in front of you. True. The Chinese who come, they'll make sure in your university they have a Chinese cultural studies department
That's
there.
right. That's right.
With their Chinese writings, they will not hide it from you. They'll put it front and center
center.
for you. to
Just
see.
from the architectural
But for-
design.
yes,
Like, yeah,
even the design
buildings and
itself.
everything. Oh, yeah, okay. We are building this for free, but you have to do ABC.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we have a Shaolin temple.
Yeah.
you
Why
see?
do we have a Shaolin
Yeah.
temple, but we can't have our
We can't
own,
have
like-
we don't have a Makishi center in China. A Nyao center somewhere in China.
Exactly.
But you see, we always like try to turn down the volume on our culture, where our friends put it front and center.
Front and
If you look at some of the people who've done well, aside from the Ghanaians as well, but I think some of the people who've really put that front and center, the Nigerians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you see now, when you go to Chilangamlilo these days,
It's all
what are
about
guys wearing? You'll find them in the Nigerian attire,
putting
and
on
all that.
the beads when you don't know even.
You don't even know what
like
it
what they
is.
mean.
Now they'll be putting on fugus.
Yeah, it will change.
And okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's you know, it's Nigerian attire. I think because somebody might argue to say, okay, you're saying you're wearing clothes from somewhere else, but where are the suits from? Where are these
Yeah.
other clothes
Exactly.
from?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But also learn a bit more about the things you're wearing, but also try to put your culture before
Yes.
others.
Yeah.
You know, before you wear a suit, before you wear the Nigerian dress, put on something that represents you. Like put it up front and center.
True.
You know, because you have like we're quite bad at that in Zambia. It's always just yeah.
I mean, that's why you are laughing at your friends.
Yeah.
It's easy to laugh at your friends, but then you remember, oh, snap. We don't have that. Actually.
We don't have
that.
We are
Yeah.
suppressing our own culture.
Yes, there are deeper issues there. It
Yeah.
has, you
Aye.
know,
So
it's-
that's one thing that you need to point out to them,
Mm-hmm.
to our Ghanaian friends. I think we're in a cultural identity
crisis. Yes. We actually are. And we need to do something about that. But yeah, all in all, it was a good visit. It's got us learning about the culture.
Of
On
course.
the economic front as well, I think there's a lot we could learn from Ghana, especially with the artisanal mining. They did quite well for themselves in that area. Last year, they hit a revenue of $10 billion
Hey,
in
10
gold
billion.
sales, in gold exports.
They're doing good.
$10 billion, gents.
They're doing good.
Yeah, so that we definitely need to learn from them and see
We
how
have a
they
lot to
managed to make that a success. Because
Mm.
we have a similar arrangement here in Zambia where artisanal mining is on the rise,
Mm.
but there's still like some issues around it. So I think that exchange, aside from the cultural, social, political, and economic, like, yeah, it was definitely a positive. Thank you for coming through, President John Mahama. And that Fugu, it did good.
Thank
It
you,
did good.
Fugu.
It's brought out quite a lot of things. Yeah. And to my Ghanaian homies, chill, man. It ain't that serious. Learn to take a joke, man. Yeah, I'll be writing all these think pieces and stuff. it ain't a rap battle. But if you want it, we can give it.
In any way.
You know, I saw some post saying, "Oh, look at these guys. I think me I can be crying to go to Fugustan." Like, it's like, yo, these guys, man, they keep bashing it. Yeah. But so that's about the Fugu.
Yeah.
So we move on to Nc'wala ceremony, 2026. The Nc'wala is around the corner. You know, there for our international viewers out there, the Nc'wala ceremony is a traditional ceremony held in Zambia. Okay, it's an annual festival of the Ngoni people of eastern Zambia, held every February at Mtenguleni village in Chipata. It's a primary Thanksgiving ritual for the first harvests of the year, and a celebration of the Ngoni's rich military and migratory history. So that's the Ngoni ceremony. Okay, so it will be happening, when is it?
28th.
28th, huh? Month end, huh?
February.
Yeah, this month. It's on this month. They were doing their fundraising walk on Saturday, raising probably awareness and some funds for that, as of course fundraising. Yeah, but have any of you guys been to the Nc'wala or any traditional ceremony?
For the Nc'wala, I haven't been. Like, I've been to a tradition for the Lenje, yes.
Okay.
Lenje speaking people. Like, I've been to, yeah.
Cool. Saint?
Then I haven't been.
All right. Hey, man, I haven't been. You ain't want to go, man?
No, I'd love to be.
You've been to the other traditional ceremony.
Which one is that?
The Lusaka traditional ceremony.
Which one is that?
The drinking tradition.
At October, July, those traditional ceremonies.
Oh, yeah.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, beer fest.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But I would love to go to the traditional.
No, definitely, man. You should go.
Unfortunately, I've never been to any traditional ceremony.
Okay, cool.
Most times, I think the opportunity is always missed. I think at one time, didn't you invite me for the Komboka or something?
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't get to come through.
Okay. Yeah, I've actually been for the Komboka. That's one of the traditional ceremonies I've been to. I wanted to go to the Nc'wala as well and the Comedy Junior. But things just didn't work out. So I just ended up saying, for the Comedy Junior, I just went and watched the Makishi there by the Kawata Cultural Center.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've been to the Komboka. It was quite a spectacle, you know. People are dressed in their sizibas, and it's an event. Like the event, it goes on for a couple of days. The main event is on one specific day, but prior to that, there are other days with other activities surrounding the event. So you have what you call like the regatta, which is like a boat race by the locals there, just to have some fun and competition, I guess. Then there are also just other activities. Then on the main day of Komboka, that's when the Tunga travels from Louis to, is it the Murunga? Yeah, and docks there. Then on the next day, you have like traditional dances and those type of things and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, there at the palace there. There's even like a museum there when you go there by the same Limlunga like palace.
Yeah.
You get to see like the Litungas from way back. They put the histories in there. They also show you a bit more about their culture and that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit of some activities going on. You should definitely go there. But I also want to go for Nc'wala and the likes. Yeah, and also the Lala one, but you know, it's like we were saying, there's room for improvement for a lot of these like events.
Yes, true.
I think even I haven't been for the Bemba traditional ceremony. I haven't been there, and I haven't seen much footage onto exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But for the Comedy Junior, the Makishi, yeah, like that's something like even when I was a kid, I remember one of my cousins had a Mkanda. It's a traditional initiation ceremony by the Luvale and Lunda.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a boys' initiation ceremony. Good. Like one of my cousins had that initiation ceremony, and the Makishi dancers came through. Like these things are like. They have a certain energy. They're quite intimidating. Okay. Yeah, but they're very, very entertaining. You know, the way they just put the whole dressing, the colors and everything, they've masks and whatnot. And when you actually go to Likumbi Nyamizi, there are many of them. You know, if you hear in Lusaka, maybe they have an event and they come through, they're just like a small number.
Yeah.
But they're almost like 100 of them pulling through or walking through the place like in a line and stuff like that. So it's quite a spectacle to see and watch. Yeah. But but have any of you guys been to the village though?
I mean, I've been to the village.
Pafide.
Yeah, your villages.
I've been to the village.
You've been
I've
to the
been
village.
on from my mom's side. I've
Okay.
been, but this side, I haven't. I'm looking forward to do that.
Okay.
But I've been to the village.
All right.
You should do a special
Yeah.
where you go to these traditional ceremonies.
Definitely, yeah. We definitely. It's a shame that we're going to miss Nc'wala. You know,
There's due
money
time.
funds.
There's due
We're
time.
also trying to
There's
fundraise.
due time. There's due time.
Sponsors.
This is the 10th of
Listen, he's got
February.
something to say.
There's due time.
Sponsors out there, you know,
18 days.
And
if you can bless us with a little bit of money to travel,
Can
to
do some-
lodge, have a bit
You
of
can
fun and to
Just
broadcast.
do some magic.
That'd be good.
Sponsorship, fine.
Brother Saint can find himself as
Like-
Swatini.
Yeah.
Activities, like what are the activities to do there, bro?
You go play with the girls, man.
Yeah, you go chill with the Swatini girl.
You know, bro, I would have to go see all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm sure
It's
there's
important. We only see these like
on the socials,
It's
huh?
important. Like, oh, okay.
yeah.
But the organizers need to like add more stuff, I suppose, like
Yes.
lodging and all. These are opportunities, like
Yeah.
a lot of business opportunities.
Actually, yeah, there's quite a lot of that.
Yeah.
Actually, what do you think are some of the positives that come out of traditional ceremonies like in Nc'wala?
Of course, it's just on the nation level, like on the nation level. That's a tourist attraction.
Okay.
We've got these Mzungus coming in, bringing some forex,
Yeah.
some dollars like that. So as a country, it's a plus.
Yeah. Even just other
Based
Based on our previous topic, is cultural identity.
Yeah.
It is a form of cultural identity.
definitely.
They get to know like, hey, there's also
like
Gule wa Mkulu, yeah. So yeah.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the aspect of cultural identity.
True.
And it's tourism. Tourism also, there's local and then there's kind of like international tourism.
True.
It's a chance also to build national unity because
Yeah.
then you have other Zambians from other regions
Yeah.
going through to see the traditional ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
embracing
yeah.
that.
True.
We also have other Africans coming through. The Swatini girls, of course, doing their thing. Those girls always cause a problem when they come through. Like, some guy was asking like for one of their numbers when they were doing the fundraising.
That was like some slick move.
Bro, like, what's wrong with you,
Hey.
man? Like,
Nah, he definitely had the Dutch confidence.
yeah.
He thought, yeah, that's right. And I'm
yeah.
But
in.
the thing is that we meet love in different places.
He must have been the guy. eh?
Come on. Yeah,
Ah, but
it must have
he's
been
got a
him.
point.
Yes,
Got a
bro,
point.
yes.
I mean, you're shiny short.
Trying to shoot his shot.
shooting his shot.
In a
You thought-
parade.
You thought like, hey, the signal is clear right now.
Ah,
Let
yeah.
me do
But
the-
many are but
But she's in your land.
Yes.
She's on your land. In your land, on your land, she's here.
Why, dear Swatini girls, be careful of these
All the
Zambian
way,
guys. Eh?
All the way.
These guys have got courage. He will approach you when he has nothing. But that's not all Zambian men. Of course, there's the serious Zambian men like me.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I mean, push me up. I mean,
Yeah, Mr. One in English.
One in English,
One side.
one Mchivemba. In fact, Naridia sana Mchivemba na Naride half.
Maranda timumwari leve mtsungu one.
Mchivemba Naride one, but Mchivemba Naridia sana na ptira one na ingira mu half.
Yeah.
Yo.
Ikari.
Yeah, so there's that. Then, of course, from the tourism, there's economic impact.
Yeah.
True.
Because you have international people, local people from different regions all going into the area at once.
Going in.
People will need to use services within the Chipata.
That's
They'll
right.
need lodging. They'll need food,
True.
entertainment, and all those other things. So it does bring that influx of.
One of my friends actually says, it's not even just about the traditional ceremony. There are
Yes.
actually some really scenic places.
Okay.
Very scenic places, especially when they're doing the boat thing,
Yes.
where they're crossing to replicate that whole thing as the Ngonis were crossing over.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that area
Mm-hmm.
is pretty good.
Okay.
But I think they should work on the boat. Why use the speedboat?
Yeah,
They could create that.
Yeah, definitely.
I like,
they're recreating.
on that one. I like, this is an appeal to
Seriously, sure.
No, there's room for improvement.
Please.
Talk nice to the big man.
but-
Not Timkazikamba Mongani Manza.
Please. Mafumu. Speedboat. Icon. Mafumu.
It's the land of the rising sun.
Okay.
They are futurists, so they are in the speedboats.
No.
But
Oh, you had to put it like that.
Again, they can still use speedboats, but maybe they can dress them up in some Ngoni fashion.
Maybe.
Paint it in some way, adorn it with certain
No,
things. But
it-
A rolling boat is okay. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
you're keeping it to
Paddling.
the customs or the what
Mhm.
happened. You're replicating that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yes, the boat can be a boat, a rowboat.
Mhm.
Because there's rowboats. There's variants of boats.
Mhm.
I'm sure.
Okay, I guess when the context changes it.
Yeah.
Because you are
Because if
replicating
you're
what
doing
happened
this,
then,
if you do the speedboat, like
you
people
lose
won't really
you lose
connect.
the context. Yeah.
Just imagine like you're entertaining your
Mhm.
European guests,
Yes.
and then they are watching this. So what's happening?
Mhm.
And they're crossing, they're replicating that. But why are they in
Use the
speedboats?
speedboats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Because
I
if
get
you've
it.
seen, what culture is that? Where I mean, like, look, the Komboka. Just imagine the Nalikwanda
Mhm.
with the speedboat.
Oh,
emblem.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
weird. It's like,
yeah.
what
is
what's
that?
going
Yeah.
on?
Like one down a
So
yacht.
imagine
That would be
that.
that.
So
That's crazy.
That's so sin, bro.
the authenticity
Yeah.
of the way they've done the Komboka.
Mm.
I mean, they've done that. They didn't have to have speedboats. Obviously,
Yes.
there's a dotted people around
No,
there,
the
but
people around that
yes,
escorting the
but
boat
the
do have
actual
those- the
Nalikwanda,
actual thing, yeah.
there's rowboats, man. So same when they're doing the replication of them crossing over, then Ngoni is doing that cross.
Yes.
They should also mimic that. I mean, you can work with it. It's like what you said. Like we are creating something,
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
a
definitely.
culture,
Mhm.
something that we should all be like, wow, I need to go to this.
Yes.
I mean, already it's pulling attention,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yeah. It's just it's a lot that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Because if you go online, even on YouTube or else, you'll be hard pressed to find like a documentary
Of the
on,
full thing,
on some of these traditional ceremonies. Most of them you find is Europeans or white people who come here, they'll do a piece on it and post it up. But from us locals, we're not telling our stories enough.
This is why I was saying,
Yeah, and
we
you
need
know,
to do a special.
Yes, exactly. That's why we need sponsors.
Only needs
Hey,
machete
throw us
and-
something, man. Just machete.
Shark.
Yeah.
Kaweka
just,
position
just a
apart.
little bit of some shackles, man, so that we can travel and document this. Minister of Tourism, man. We your mans, man. We your boys, man. Come on, give us a little funding. Yeah, but that's about the Nc'wala ceremony. But there's also with the Eswatini girls and the people from Eswatini who come through. Like they've been coming through in the recent years. Yeah, but maybe most people don't know why they do come through. But just to shed a bit of some light on that, there is some shared history with the people of Eswatini and the Ngoni people.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, they come from, they originate from the same area in South Africa, somewhere around KwaZulu-Natal.
KwaZulu.
They came, they left that area in, I think, 2 different migrations.
Yes.
Yeah, so you do have them there. They're from an ethnic group called the Ngoni in South Africa.
Yeah.
That's where they originated from, and then they came through. Some settled in now Eswatini, and some are now in Chipata.
Yep.
They came through Zwangendawa, so there is that historical connection. Then also, I think as Zwangendawa and his people were moving from South Africa coming up north, at one point they settled in South Africa, and he married, I think, 2 Swazi sisters.
Oh,
Yeah, from Eswatini.
Eswatini.
Mnene and Kutu during the migration. So these Swazi women became like influential queens within the Ngoni royal household.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So meaning the current Ngoni royalty in Zambia, the Jerry line, carries Swati blood. So there's that connection. Then there's also the aspect of the twin ceremonies. So the way we have Nc'wala here in Zambia, they have a ceremony that resembles Nc'wala with the same customs, similar customs. I'm guessing it's based on the same template or context. It's called Nc'wala.
Nc'wala.
Yeah. So that's why they do come through here for the ceremony. Because I think we also have Ngoni people in Malawi and Mozambique. Yeah, I'm not sure which other places, but yeah, there's that aspect of it. So that's where now you see these Eswatini girls coming.
Okay.
In
In Eastern Province, there's Nc'wala, and there's also the Gawaundi thing. What's that?
That's different.
That's different. Yeah.
That one is for...
That's for the Cheo.
The Chewa
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the Chewa kingdom is something totally different.
and the Gawaundi.
Yeah,
not,
the
the Gawaundi is not in Zambia.
No.
Mozambique.
Oh, yeah.
Mozambique. He covers, is it Mozambique, Malawi,
Malawi.
and Zambia?
Yes.
Yeah, that region. Yeah, but that's for the Chewas. That's something different.
Aundi.
Yeah, but those are the Ngoni. Now, Ngoni, like, they speak, their dialect sounds more or less like the people they settled around.
Yeah.
They've kind of lost the Zulu
This
dialect over
the
time.
bird and singers. There
Yes.
are just a few dialects, yeah. But if you see some of the words that the Swatini use are similar to what the Ngoni use.
Okay.
So it's like a double take.
Yeah, but over time, it's
But
just kind of become diluted by
Yes.
like other languages. Yeah. So you do have, like, I think even the Zambians, the Zambian Ngoni do send some people over to Eswatini during the Eswatini's people's traditional ceremony. I heard even Chief Mpezeni traveled to the Zulu king's funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just to pay his respects as his historical home.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's Nc'wala, people. So parents out there, take your kids for some of these traditional ceremonies. Let them learn about their traditions. They see where you come from. They appreciate the culture more. Teach them your language. Not Firion Safe Sungu. Come here.
You have to say
that, bro.
There's not a problem.
Come here. What do you want?
At kumunzi kweve simungaenda bazakulowani.
And that's a big topic on its own, because there's that whole notion like kumushi, or even when you go, like when you're leaving, there's all these protocols, like you don't tell people when you're leaving, because if they know, something might happen to you. Like, I would like to learn more about that. Like, where does that come from? Is it based in reality, or there's certain attitudes we've developed over time? In a sense of, there are those of us who came into the cities and became more modernized, and we started looking at the people in the villages a certain type of way.
Nah. I think limbi kuchua wani if you're in but like what I also think is that it's them also trying to protect you also.
But my thing is, look, you are the same people. These people are your relatives. What is the incentive for them just to, like, the way it's painted is like these people are just witches and wizards?
No, it's not that they're all painted as witches and wizards. No, probably there's one person family. That one, if you don't do A, B, C, D, you have a problem with that man.
Yeah.
They know. That one, it's a no-go area. Even Nangukula bena ni no laya kuntumala kobambi. But with that one, they know my brother.
But some people just downright just say no, kumushi kwenda take wakwe.
No.
They just generalize it. Like, these people are like this, they're backwards and whatnot. They're just on some other type of time. You know, when you go there, you just have a negative experience. That typically is what you hear. But what I would want to understand is where that came from. Because what you have to understand is none of us were living in cities, essentially.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of came from the rural areas. Our parents came from rural areas. Then they migrated to here. So at what point did our parents now feel that they can't go back home? And that some of their relatives had become so unbearable that they were going to...
No, but
I
even before they moved from these villages, of course they had the idea. They knew certain like individuals, like okay, they practice some voodoo and everything like that. They had the idea. So now them coming to Lusaka or going to settle in other places in Zambia, like okay, no, me my kids. I don't want my kids to be part of that. I'm not trying to lose my kids.
And you know, I think we also need to get a perspective of the people in the rural areas about this issue because they get a lot of, I think, bad rep.
Yeah.
Because of that, you hear this nonsense. Oh, my village people have done it again. Oh no, like people always attribute like if you're going through a tough time or bad things happen, there's that saying you hear, and even in like the Nigerian movies or skits, you hear, oh, your village people, my village people are coming for me. Or, you know, it's like you just paint, but that's where you're from. Like, so your whole lineage is just a bunch of wizards and witches. Like, what's that about? Yeah, you know, like, okay, I get it. Like, you can't just totally rubbish everything and say there's definitely certain elements, but I think there's more to this thing that we haven't heard about.
No, I think it's just a cultural disconnect.
Yes.
It always starts with someone. Like it's always there's that one fool that decides to change the script. So look, maybe you could go to the village. Your experience is different. You enjoy yourself. But within the group of us, maybe if let's just say maybe Saint doesn't like the village experience. Do you think you'll come back to the city with a positive story? No, you come with a negative story. You come and say, you know, there was whatever. Now, it also depends on who Saint's friends are.
Yeah.
So from there, it's a connect. Imagine there's 5 more friends. Like, oh no, Saint had a bad experience, man. That way, that's what has happened. So like you say, yes, our parents came from the rural, came to the city. Each of them had a different experience.
Yeah.
So the ones that had the negative effect, they peddled the narrative of negativity from the villages. So you now have this whole thing like, oh snap, like what? If I go to the village, what do? But the question you should be asking yourself, like, so who are you that they've just picked?
Yeah,
you?
So like every time you go there, it's on.
Yes,
like, what's
there's a saying that that one colleague used to say back in the days, like, Balowa, like if you understand what I mean.
Yes.
If you keep etching for people to bewitch you, they'll bewitch you because you're calling it to yourself.
You know what you're saying. There's a movie I watched called Skeleton Key.
Yeah,
it has a principle, something like that.
Exactly.
Where like the chick eventually gets bewitched only because she believed in it.
She ended up believing it. Yes. No, the concept in Skeleton Key is exactly what's happening to most of us.
Yeah.
We come from a point of ignorance to which now it plays with our will.
Yeah.
Imagine your will is strong will, like, oh yeah, I'm going to the village. I'm enjoying myself. I see the beach. I'm going play with the cows or whatever. And then from there, if you're now ignorant, if you're going there, I'm going, that person, like, oh, so he's even scared. So this guy is like, let me test this guy.
Let me test.
You know, you've ever heard those stories when you're reading the papers where they're telling you that that the teachers ran away from the rurals because they were getting bewitched or whatever. It's because they went there were not strong-willed.
Yes.
They were thinking that. So imagine you are in the outdoors. It's nature. I have a friend that does teaching. And I think he was posted. Where was he posted? I think it's somewhere up to Mbala, somewhere there. And the housing was there, but in this establishment where they were, there was an owl. For some reason, they were sleeping, and then there's an owl.
Yeah.
The first thing, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm in Mother Nature. This is outdoors." This guy freaked out because he saw an owl. And I'm like, bruh, like you're in the village, like you're about to see it. So are you telling me that if you see a lion, like someone sent you a lion, like,
I think we're very superstitious.
No. The
Yes.
thing is that they associate an hour with witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
So most of the
Ati
time,
bada
if you
ibo
see-
mpya sana.
yes, they use that, but it's not always that when you see an owl, then it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
they've
always,
sent you like they're about
But-
to.
You know what I think also?
Yeah.
I think part of the story which we don't know is I think to a certain extent what might have happened is that you have a situation where people left the rural area and came to the city.
Yeah.
And when they came to the city, because you are being colonized by these white people who have all the privileges and they're living these lifestyles. So when the white people left, now you have jobs and all these things. You start feeling fresh also. You start feeling like you're the man.
Yeah.
And you start
You disconnect.
crapping on the people in the village.
Yeah.
You start thinking you're better than them.
Yeah.
So even when you go there, you have a certain behavior. Like,
You
and when
disconnect.
they look at you, they're like,
Behavior wise.
bro, you can speak some English and now you the shit.
You're too
Yeah.
fresh, yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
the little homie from the other side.
Nah, but you
At the
know,
new home.
you know the way I've seen it. Like the village experience is like this. It's a miniaturized version
Mhm.
of the city that you live in.
Mhm.
So imagine in the village, they've got their own rules.
Yes.
There's people who conduct law enforcement.
Mhm.
There's people who deal with the medical aspect.
Yeah.
The herbalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just think about it. Like, who is the herbalist? The actual person they're saying,
Mhm.
who is that? That's a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ninganga. Doctor.
At the same time, this same doctor is, if there's issues of discontent, someone has stolen,
Mhm.
this person also has to use the old ways.
Mhm.
What is this witch doctor now? This witch doctor has all of a sudden become the law enforcement. Now they start telling these tales amongst the kids or the children.
Yeah.
They tell them like, if you do ABC,
Mhm.
you are going to get this.
Yeah.
There's a response to your
Mm.
actions.
Mm-hmm.
And that story is fed. Not that it's the real deal, like on a psychological plane.
Yes.
These
yes.
people now start believing it. True, this guy is grown to a certain
Mhm.
age. And when he comes from the village now,
Yeah.
he comes to the city. He's still carrying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
So
tells
now
you that.
here, when you comes here, now you're fresh. You are a city guy. You can touch. You go sticky fingers.
Yeah.
You touch anything, but without consequence.
Mhm.
So these new guys, no, this behavior in the village, my guy,
You
Yeah,
can't.
you are
gone.
going. So he starts telling you, hey, maybe he's pre-warning you, don't go to the village.
Mm.
Here's a cool story.
Starting.
Here's a cool story for you guys.
Mhm.
A friend of mine from the city
Yes.
decides he is going to this Luangwa somewhere down
Mhm.
there,
Mm-hmm.
fair. So he goes there. He's trying to pull a stunt where he's trying to shortchange some woman over some goats, and then he manages to make the deal. Shortchanges her. He goes to sleep. And then he starts seeing apparitions. He starts seeing things.
Oh no.
God, yeah.
To which he comes correct.
Yeah.
And then leaves the items and no, madam, I think I've changed my mind.
Are you serious?
Alimulanga Matrix.
I swear he changed it up so quick.
Oh.
But that's not to say that I don't know, maybe that's guilty conscience as well.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's that factor. But
And sometimes, like you're saying, I think it's a psychological thing on some level as well.
true.
Because even with things like alcohol and
Yes.
let's say weed.
Yeah.
What do you always hear about weed?
Barapena.
Barapena. So
Yeah.
most young people, when they start smoking, you're already running on that program. So you start behaving in this weird, like superficial way, which is like ridiculous. you know?
Yes.
Which, like, yes, chamba chila kola, but if somebody indulges in it at an older age, you're not going to start tripping crazy. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but when you're young, because you start doing all this ridiculous thing, because the program in your head is when you hit this, you're supposed to behave like this.
True.
I remember
Oh.
there was back in high school,
Yeah.
there was some guys who like played the trick on some girl in our class.
Yeah.
I think they got Apple Max only.
Yeah.
And they were sitting in a group and kind of like being like hiding and stuff, like they're drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
And then this chick comes through and what are you guys doing here? And then they lie to her like, no, we're drinking. I just keep it on the door. It's like, can I try this? Then they give her the Apple
Fucking
Max.
actually.
She started performing now.
On
But it
Apple
was
Max,
Apple Max,
yeah.
you know.
So psychological.
So there's a psychological element to it
No,
sometimes.
no. What you're saying is, you ever heard of a placebo effect?
Yes.
So, like in medicine,
Mhm.
they give you these. Imagine when they're testing out Panadol,
Yeah.
the effects of Panadol. So they give one patient the real deal,
Yes.
then they give the other patient a fake one.
Okay.
So like, okay, you've got pain.
Mhm.
How are you feeling now? So the one that says, yeah, I'm actually much better.
Yeah.
He finds that the tablet he's been given is
There's some salt
nothing.
and sugar.
It's just a mix of
Yeah.
just nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you on a level like you're saying, it's psychological. Like,
Yeah.
so that they're coming back when we veered off the topic.
Yeah.
Coming back to what we were saying, yeah, no, encourage people, go to the village,
Yeah.
embrace the
you should
culture.
definitely
Aye.
go there.
The whole thing of
Embrace the couch.
saying kids shouldn't go to the village, it
Don't
has kind of
fear.
taken away the kids having their cultural
Yeah.
identity.
And you see, people in the village, like, I went to the village like a couple of years back, and one of my uncles, like, you see, he's eager to tell me all these stories. You know, he started telling me about, like, oh, you know, Tuta Road, like, it goes from Serenji all the way to, is it Zambia? Or what's this? Then he was explaining to me, do you know why they call it Tuta Road? He said, no. Kaidi, in Shida, you daddy. Tuta. Like, I'm telling
He
you,
really
like,
did that.
Tuka Tuta, like, patari,
That's right.
Patari, it's far.
True.
So that
what do-
name comes from that particular thing.
Tutor.
Yeah, but you see, but he had more stories, and he was telling me, no, you know, you've done good to come through. Come through and learn about this place, man.
Yes.
Because, like, I think with him, he had an experience with the city and that type of thing. He's educated.
Yeah.
Speaks very good English and that type of stuff. But he's also very good. He's got a very rich history. Yeah. And most just elderly people I met, like in the village, they would always want to tell me about the place. Like, oh, now show a bit kaunde kobarekara. Ngamoya kunta shwe kumpika. So vakaundero vaishidero varepitana nkanero vaishidero msanga. You know those type of things. As well as true or not, but
true.
you know those, but they've
I
got
don't know
all
why
these
Samsung-
stories.
Yeah.
Hero ba mwene njiri.
Yeah. And my grandma would do the same thing as well. You know, she would come in and she would just start telling me a story. I think that time I was younger, so I didn't really appreciate that. And I was thinking, what is this old woman saying? Like, she's
What are you
telling me about
talking
the
about?
chief. He came from this place. He kind of went a bit crazy and this and that. And like, I didn't really appreciate it. But now I was like, oh, she was trying to teach me something and what's this, but it just went over my head.
True.
Yeah, so teach your kids about the culture, man. Don't be some coconuts.
Cultural.
Black on the outside, white on the inside. Coconuts. All right.
This man.
Let's move to our next topic. Yeah, so our final topic. Zambian content creators complain over failed government engagement and support. Okay. This is specific to two content creators. There's Lucky Comedy and Junior Bally. These are both content creators who do comedy content.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucky, I think, does more general type of comedy, you know, around different issues. He wears some very flamboyant type of clothing and what's this? Yeah, that slapstick comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Junior Bally does more of like a parody of the president, of President HH. So he does skits around the president and that type of thing. Yeah. So both of them were kind of like online. They had some issues and ranting about, not ranting as per se. With Lucky, it was more of a rant. With Junior Bally, it was different. So with Lucky, he was talking about having been, you know, he was doing his skits kind of talking good about the president or the ruling, the current administration. You know, so he was approached by some people, I think, from the current administration. They told him, oh, the president likes what you're doing. You can come over to State House and whatnot. He had a meeting with them. I'm not sure if they... allegedly, that's what happened, in fact. Yeah, so allegedly, he had a meeting with the people from State House. You know, they told him the president wasn't able to see him that day because he was very busy, but everything they were going to talk about in that meeting was going to be watched by the president. So what I'm not sure of is if he was promised anything from that meeting for the content he creates and whatnot. But to add on to that, I think he came online a bit earlier than his rant to talk about the power issue, the load shedding issues we've been facing as a country. So I think he got some messages from people in the current ruling party who were not very amused with what he had said. So he got some threats here and there, and some people were kind of wanting him to say, no, you're talking too much, you shouldn't be talking about those type of things and whatnot. Yeah. So that's like his whole situation. And, okay, with Lucky's situation, I think it's just a misunderstanding, really.
Yeah. So with Lucky, when I saw the video where he was actually addressing the whole thing, he was saying, all right, so he was actually explaining like, okay, before you guys called me, I used to create content like that.
Yeah.
Even about the ruling government and everything for free. Like just out of love. Like, hey, appreciating the president, whatever he's doing and everything. But you call me at State House and then you tell me like, okay, we love whatever you're doing, continue doing this, but if you continue doing this, there's probably a compensation. Like, okay, there's some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be compensated.
Yes.
Okay.
Later on, I will be na majizi, but I call my phone. Like, yeah, I've been doing what you told me, but you told me there's like a little something for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. That puts things into context.
Yeah, because okay, you wanted to.
I wanted to just go on to Junior Bally.
Okay.
Because
all right. Because I just wanted to say, sometimes in kwati abantu abaso kwati, it's on two things.
Yes.
When that thing happens for you, because the first thing you're now thinking like, okay, how am I going to reach these people? Or the second option is I can forget about them and just like start doing my own, like just continue doing whatever I've been doing from the beginning. But then if they engaged you to do something and then you come out and just because abantu ngabali kubloga cause nikuisa kumbeko ngaya kai. For them to see. But politely kulanda fe when for land fe mbichani. I think it's a media.
Okay.
So umuntu ungafafi pa media landa for me it's okay, but obviously how you come out should matter also, because again I think it can be taken out of context.
Yeah, he also said something in the video kind of like saying, no, we'll expose the people at State House.
Yeah, now when you start saying that now, then it's out of line maybe, for them. So it's always a situation where
how would you say it's out of order when they're threatening you? What would you do at such a point?
No, I think the whole reason for him to threaten, he's going to expose whatever he's going to expose.
Yeah,
is to get their attention. That was the idea. I think that's why he went to the social media.
Okay,
I haven't followed both of these guys, but like I thought, at the end of the day, I think as a content creator, or if you're in any form of business, especially with government, it's better you write some kind of contract. A contract. And why I say this, because I remember some guy back in the day wanted to set up an NGO. NGO. And not with the current government, but the previous.
Yes.
And he had some very good ideas. It was about helping youth, bring them to like these workplaces, get some kind of ideas. But unfortunately for him, he didn't sign any documentation for any of it. But he was quite smart, because what he did, when he saw these government entities approaching, he said, no. This is not for me. Like me, I am only, like you said, like he was like, no, I used to do it for the love of it.
Yes.
Especially if you are into something that you're passionate about, you need to safeguard it.
Yes.
That way you don't lose your freedoms or you compromise that safe space.
Yes.
Imagine like the way this podcast is set up. You are speaking freely.
Yes.
You feel a certain type of way. I'm sure there's people who get it's influencing people. They are on this platform.
Yes.
They might come and approach you and say, yo, I want to do something with you. But the smart thing for you to say, oh, you want to come through? Okay,
Yeah.
this is how we roll on the land of work and joy.
Yeah.
So if you don't abide by these set rules,
Then you can't be on the
we
platform.
can't assist you. Yeah. I mean, there are cases and examples. People lawyer up. You have your maps or these other people. They know exactly how they play the game
Yes.
when it comes to these entities. Like because if the way the way politics is, it's very, very tricky.
Yeah.
Once they see your weakness, then they exploit it. And then how do you get back to someone that's powerful, more powerful than you, without actually backing yourself up? They'll chew you.
True.
And spit you out.
Yeah. So if you look at Junior Bally's case, I think it's a bit different from Lucky's situation. Because with Junior Bally, he was on Power TV, he was being interviewed, and I think he was asked about whether he's supported by the current administration. And, well, allegedly, he says that he would get support here and there. You know, he mentioned Jito. Jito helped him out, and he thanked Jito for helping him out in whichever way he did. And he goes on to say, but you know, it's different, like, you know, helping somebody, like where you give them a 5-pin, tomorrow you give them like a 5-pin here and there. It's not really help. If you want to help somebody, just help them once, like, you know, so that person is set. That type of like arrangement.
Yeah.
You know, and he went on to kind of say like Jito blocked his number allegedly again.
Yeah,
and he couldn't get through to him. It tried to call him on many different numbers and the type of thing, and he couldn't get through.
Yeah, because even yesterday I was seeing the same guy. He was live.
Okay.
Of course, like he was going back and forth with Nc'wala. Because he was like, no, Mr. Jito, you know what, that guy, I won't even talk about him. He's done things for me, this, that. I was just trying to say on my side.
Yeah.
And then he was just there trying to like mimic Nc'wala, trying to, oh, your teeth, what, you're trying to come to me like you don't have a history.
Yeah.
And of course, when you watch the video, it's just like, oh, this is still young, it's childish stuff.
He's a small.
He's a child. Like that was so childish.
He's young.
He's
still
a
young.
younger man.
And
You know, before I watched that video of him being like, I was just like, no, he was okay. But then after I watched that video, I was like, nah, you shouldn't have done that.
No, even just when he was speaking on Power TV, I could tell that this is a young person who's not really, who doesn't really understand the situation they're in. You know, they're expecting a bit more than they're entitled to.
Yeah.
There's a sense of entitlement in
yes.
that. Because you had no formal agreements with these people. It's different if they approached you on a work basis, like with the Lucky situation, where they say, okay, we need you to do ABCD work for us, and then we'll pay you something.
Yeah.
But where you are just doing stuff and somebody comes and says, oh, yeah, I like what you guys are doing, man. Here's a 5.
Yeah.
You know, again, oh, you're doing good, man. Here's another 5. Then now I'll be like, man, this dude just keeps dropping 5s. Why can't you drop a 50, man?
No.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
He got used to it.
Yeah,
he got used to the 5s.
it was courtesy.
Yeah, why can't you
You
drop
know?
a 50?
It was courtesy.
Red card.
For you
I think that's the reason why even Jito probably blocked the guy.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I think he
Kula-
says that.
Kula- okay, you help a person to deal with 100, 100. And the moment you see their call back, probably they want to ask for 100.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what they say about giving again. You know, you have to be careful how you give. You give somebody something today, they'll be thankful. The next day, they'll be expectant. By the third time now, they'll feel entitled. Like
I
owe
just
it
need
to
to
them.
receive from this person.
If you don't give it to them the next time, it even turns now to resentment. Now, like, why isn't this person giving me what belongs to me? But it was just simply courtesy or somebody.
Obviously, there are people around you watching. Yeah, telling me everything. You know what?
And you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, maybe the president. You understand what I mean? So you, amongst all these people who are doing too much hours for this for this situation, you often ndio ulipa number 1 pacha.
And you see the other mistake. That's like you're saying. One, people getting in your ear.
People get in your ear that they tell you all those kind of things.
also extrapolating situations. You are taking other people's situations and taking them to be that you are also in the same boat.
Yeah, understand.
So I think people see how much Yo Maps is getting paid for, like, he did the party song, the campaign song for UPND. I think I hear word on the street allegedly is that he did 2 songs. Allegedly, people say he got $1 million a piece. So people are hearing those figures and they think there's money this side.
Yeah.
So people think when I do something, I say, hey, I praise the government, they'll give me something. And that's the notion people go with. But again, you see, the ruling party, they also have their own priorities and things that they're looking at.
Yeah.
And what they see value in.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've seen value in Yo Maps and his brand, and they can approach him on that. But Yo Maps is a big brand as well.
Yeah.
He carries a certain level of weight and can command a certain pay. Which is not the same for a lot of content creators. But also just to feel like, they should do something for you like that is tricky. Because there's a lot of us who need like a lot of support, actually. You get it? If they give you, then no came out, go and say, you gave him based on what?
This is just me maybe assuming things, or you just imagine. Probably he heard from who is this? ITC.
Yes.
Like, probably Edgar did this for me and everything.
And you see like 2 different regimes.
Yes.
PF had the way in which they would handle their people.
Yes.
UPND also has a different way in which they handle their people.
Of course.
I also remember Dandy Crazy actually had the complaint during PF. Campaign song and all those things. But I'm not sure the context within which he was speaking, whether he was promised to say, we'll pay you, and you do the song, we'll pay you, or he just did the song became big and adopted by the party and he expected to be paid from that. I'm not sure about Dandy's situation. Yeah. But looking at all those situations and you're hearing these stories on the ground, guys, because those stories are quite common. There's a gentleman that I know as well. I think he's a comedian or something, man. Like, even just stopped comedy for a while, but like this dude, like, he just had this influx of cash all of a sudden, and like deals and whatnot. And I'm thinking, some people are saying, oh no, this guy, and I'm thinking, maybe it's just some different person. And then when they tell me, oh, it's this dude, like, I'm thinking, where did this guy get all this money? But allegedly, word on the street is that the ruling government at that time, put him on some stuff and that type of thing. But you can't look at other people's situations and think it's yours. Yeah. And I think as well, for a lot of content creators, be like your friends also, and the guys. Be dependent on yourself. Be independent. Yeah. Do what you can do for yourself. Push it to the limit and all that. Of course, we're not saying that content creators don't need help and assistance. They do. But to just go and expect these things from these people, it doesn't work like that. They can't just give you alone. Because that will also look some type of way to everybody else. What about the rest of the other content creators? So there needs to be a balance. And I think for young people and content creators engaging politics, be very careful with that. Politicians have their own agendas and the way in which they work. Yeah. So a lot of young people get excited when they get approached by politicians. The limelight is on you. In certain cases, they might give you a bit of money here and there, and you think it's all good. These people have your back. They will use you and they will move on. Ciao.
Hey, we shouldn't forget what happened. It was in 2021 when Yo Mom saw these guys like, so you're busy supporting PF. Yeah. Zako, and the sideline for this. You remember what happened?
And again, the people interviewing some of these young people on TV and other places and our platforms are like, be sensitive to who you're interviewing. Like, Junior Bally is a young guy. You shouldn't be asking him certain questions. At least have an interaction with the person to get a feel of where their mind space is at, so that you know what questions you can possibly ask them and whether they're capable of answering them. Because when you have a young person like that on a public platform like that, and you ask them sensitive questions like that, and then they go on, you're talking about the assistant to the president, bro.
How can he just be readily available all the time?
Thing,
Reach out to him.
What I figured, Kulia Babana and Kani, these interviewers, the way the whole thing, a number of them, it's like they copy custom answer, the way you bombard question. And so whenever you go for an interview, they're like, down, and I can't go younger. I did that. Like,
but see, again, context matters.
Yes.
Costa is interviewing most of the times politicians. So he has to ask them those challenging questions. And them being politicians, they should have the capacity to answer them. But not when you're talking to a content creator.
Yeah, they'll do that. Trying to be controversial.
So there's a lot to be learned from that. I think there's I think it's called media training.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the entertainment industry need media training. Media training, etiquette training, video, so that you know how to handle yourself when you're dealing with entities like politicians, the government officials, maybe even foreign diplomats. How do you handle that when, like I saw over the weekend, I think, a number of people in the entertainment, a group of people in the entertainment industry got called to the U.S. embassy. There was B-Flow, K Plus, and what's the other dude? Slap D, Elson, Mark II. They were at the American embassy. So, you get caught into those spaces. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to talk. You are just loose cannon. Things can be, they can spiral out of control real quick, and they can be misinterpreted. Or even just kill an opportunity because you don't know how to carry yourself in these spaces.
Of course.
Yeah. You don't know how to speak when there's a camera in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't know how to answer questions when you're in an interview. So artists and rather people in the entertainment industry need a lot of that. Content creators, they need a lot of that. To the bodies, the associate bodies that are representing the people in the entertainment industry, what I would suggest is maybe facilitate for training workshops, webinars, where people can learn more about how they carry themselves or how they handle some of these situations.
Yeah.
What do you do? You're a content creator. You've got a buzz. A political party approaches you with a lot of money.
What do you do?
What are the consequences of you taking that? Maybe the political party is not a very favorable party in the eyes of the people. What are the consequences of that?
Yeah.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's that. Any other additions to that?
No, not so much. I think you've said it much.
Yeah.
Balanced it out. It's actually not on the part of the young man. It's him responding as arrogant as possible. He was fiery. He took it. He was emotional.
Yes.
That's not good in the media world or this space.
Yeah.
For the ones who are reacting specifically, maybe the cutters or whatever, they should also gauge to say, this is a kid.
Yeah, that's a kid.
Maybe a kid is a bit.
He's a young person.
He's a young man.
The young adult.
Who, like this, the space, the mental space is in another zone.
Yes.
And like you said, the perfect example is usually, it's also the one speaking in your ears.
Yeah.
So, no, that one got $1 million.
Yes.
So just because somebody else got $1 million, you also expect $1 million?
How?
No, how? What have you done for you to earn that?
Exactly.
And I think maybe you should then promote more of these things. In the space of content creation, you have to earn it. You can't be saying that you're I show speed.
Yes.
And you're nobody's seen your shit.
Yeah.
And you got like 2 followers.
Exactly. you have to earn it.
It doesn't make sense there. So it's value for your money. So when you start seeing people ghost you, it's probably you're doing something wrong.
Yes. There's something they're not pleased with.
They've seen something as well. They're just like, this one I can't work with. So they can sideline you like that. So meaning even you need to actually build on your content.
Yeah.
Be relevant in that space. And then if you don't get their attention, you can't go be shouty and emotional as well. That's also not good.
No.
It doesn't help. I mean, it's like you build this, the land of work and joy. It's slowly building up to what it needs to be. So just because you're appearing on camera, you can now rock the streets of Lusaka. You go there, you see some nice chick, and like, yo, I'm a content creator. I'm from the land of work and joy. Like, no.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? Yes. I mean, do you know who I am? That how it was. How and that we should highlight the
Do you
most.
know who I am?
And the worst case scenario for our friends, I noticed some people were commenting like, this guy can't be saying this stuff about the president or the state. Yes, they are right. They are justified because these people are not Tom, Dick, and Harris.
Yeah.
They are in another frame. Like it's another frame. The whole. I think some people misunderstand the whole point of democracy. It's vague.
Yeah.
There are lines and hurdles. There's also you accepting responsibility
for the things
and
you're
accountability for the things you're saying. So if you get like a public outlash and it's coming your way, my guy, you best think twice.
Yeah.
Because some of the threats I've seen in them comments, very personal.
Yeah.
That's
Very
unfortunate
personal.
as well, that you have to also reach a certain extent. Like you mentioned, cadres.
Yeah.
Like, you need to do better, man. Like, at the end of the day, the people you attack and do these things, they're your relatives, they're your neighbors. It's young people, It's a young person. You should be able to gauge. It's different if Chimbagambudi stands up and says something.
Yeah.
And then, a content creator, a young man like Junior Bally gets up and says, you can't hold them to the same level of accountability.
It's definitely night and day.
So I think definitely more frameworks need to be put around content creators, the entertainment industry, people in this particular industry, to create a safe space so that they know how to engage with different entities and organizations.
Just to put it out there, it's also an opportunity. You guys are in media space. You can actually create a space for them. I mean, if you haven't seen it out there, you can actually create a space where you
media
train people. I mean, the same people that these guys are attacking, the government officials, they have a branch which actually vets them in how they should conduct themselves.
Yeah.
Because remember, someone can just rock up there with a statement without a say-so from somewhere.
Yeah.
That way, because he's going to be accountable for that. You've seen, that's why there's the Honorable Minister, Cornelius.
Yes.
He says what he says because it's a position that is supposed to be said.
Yes.
He doesn't just say things from without. So now you, in the small frame of things in your business structure, if you're going to say something, you also need to be very wary of what you're saying.
Yes.
Because it also spoils your brand.
Yeah.
You did mention this. It tarnishes your brand because you are shouty,
you're saying
threatening
that,
to
because other people now who might have wanted to work with you,
yeah.
For Baba. So that up sana finish kwa media.
And on a simple, we've all had these experiences where you go to a club, you see a very nice chick, and then you see her break some next level dance, and you're like, you ain't know you are away.
It's too much.
You tell my she starts busting a twerk, but no, not that Junior Bally ari Fuenkura he went ahead, and I think he to gain attention, and he should have done it in a different way, a subtle way.
Yeah, someone should actually call him and just say, yo, chill out. Dude.
Sure, like a bit.
Just let it slide.
Yes,
Keep
something.
working.
Yes, something definitely. There, like you were explaining, something has definitely gone amiss. But him trying to get attention to what needs to be resolved, that's not the way.
Yeah.
He could have done it in another. He could have maybe issued a letter. He could have maybe found it through the chain of command, depending on who he was speaking to. He could have said, look, I've got this issue. I need A, B, C to be done. Why is this person not doing this? And I suppose, we are in the shadows, I suppose. So we don't know what's really happening behind the scenes. Someone must have said something out of context and said, is that how you're going to play?
Yeah.
I'm going. Because, like at this stage, our country has really embraced the social media platform, where the moment you have an issue, you're quick to go to the public opinion. Like, let me get those numbers. And as Zambians, we are supporters.
And that's the thing, support online. It's not support in real life.
It's different. Like we can say certain content, certain content. We can pinpoint certain content creators that they've disappeared.
They've gone.
And why are they in the void? It's because the psychology behind the social media platform created this ego that they thought, I've got this following.
Yes.
They're going to come with me. And we Zambians,
we're
good.
Hey, it's you alone, man.
And this is one thing I think content creators, even like politicians only use you for their own gain and for their own good. They don't care what will happen next week.
They might pay you once you think it's good, but there's no love.
There's no love.
It's just
business. It's business.
Sorry, it's business. Nothing personal.
On the buzz.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we've come to the end of our show, and this has been a good discussion, very enlightening, very fugulistic, I might say.
Your Ghanaian brothers are coming to get you for that.
Hey, come through! I want all the smoke.
They'll bring all the smoke.
They'll slap you up and then dress you in a fugu, and then we'll be like, "Yo, man."
We'll hit them with the Ngoni Warriors dance. But anyway, it's been a great one. We'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.
Peace.